Hi guys, Siri here with Untitled for Blender, and let's quickly design a sci-fi scope. I'm gonna work with add-ons because that's the only way to work. Let me just find the screencast thing so you can see what I'm pressing. There we go. So let's grab a cube and let's grab a cylinder and let's change it to 60 and let's rotate it. And let's bring it in here. And let's scale it on X. Let's some. Actually, let's not add bevels yet. Let's sharpen it, and this one too. And in fact, let's check our sharpen options. There we go. So let's do it again. And let's see now. Let's move this inside on X and switch from view to global because it's confusing. This one needs to be a bit bigger, in fact taller and longer, so GX somewhere here. Alright, now let's carve some shape into it, shall we? So first of all, let's see, let's grab this cylinder and duplicate it, bring it in here and make it larger. In fact, maybe that large. Okay. And before we actually do anything, let's actually drop a loop in here and drop a loop in here. Select both. Then GZ. That's a little bit too tall. Right? And then let's move this loop a little bit to the front. And this one a little bit to the back. In fact, you know what? We could move this one, GG, and do something like this. And then apply scale and grab these two edges and bevel them. And the sharp edge is going to be a bad idea with this. So let's actually unsharpen them. So select everything. And we're going to do it differently later on, but anyway. So let's grab these and let's bevel them before we do anything. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a few bevels. In fact, bottom's gonna be chamfered. How about this one? Let's grab this face and this one and scale it on Y a little bit, something like this. And what's kind of sharp and white light? Let's just wait with this. Not yet. So let's combine them together. So click on this and union, and hide this one. Bring it to local, and let's drop some. Actually, let's bring this cutter back. Come on. And let's drop some loops here. So in edit mode. Let's make this the first loop, right? It's in front here, and the last loop is behind here, so we got support. And these ones are actually in some reasonable places. I'm just gonna drop another loop in here. There we go. And now we can probably merge it, so just sharpen it, and we're good to go. Should be at least. Let me see. Yep, we're good. So now we're gonna drop a bevel on this one. It's gonna look good, I hope. Yep, perfect. See, who needs sub D? Alright, so let's see here. We got some weird stuff going on. Probably some bevel issues, vert issues. There we go, sorted. This one could be a little bit going this way. So it pulls from a different angle, you see. That's much better. Same probably here, double verts. And let's pull it from this angle and simply copy it to the other side. Same in the bottom, probably double verts. There you go. And let's pull it from the top for better shading. And let me see. Front probably the same situation. Come on, Blender. And then move it up. What's going on here? this and this. Perfect. And move it up. That's too much. GG. And move it up here. There we go. Alright. And again, let's just copy this to the other side. Alright, let's bring this back and let's save it because reasons. Let's save it with parasave, so we're gonna have an auto copy. There we go. Now we can have fun. So let's make it bigger and Shift D and make it even bigger. Difference, and let's make it larger. Grab this one, apply this cut. We shouldn't be doing this with sharpen, but no one's watching. Let's grab this face and Control plus. Let's now scale it a little bit on all axes except for X, so Shift X. Let's grab these edges and simply bevel them. What the hell is going on here? Wait, we have multiple edges selected, so jam for it. There we go. This bevel is a little bit it's a little bit wide, but you know what, that's fine. Let's hide this and we're good to go. Right, now let's slice this one, but in a different way. So let's maybe drop a loop in here and split it and drop these faces down. Shift X to constrain, GX to move it in here. Yeah, here is fine actually. Another loop, move it in here, split it, and GX, move it in here, and then let's extract it, and then let's apply it, and then let's scale this one, scale it, and let's go with checker deselect, and then insert it, and then let's go with macro, and scale them on, come on, individual origins. There we go, and apply the bevel to it. And weighted normals. Peachy, peachy. Alright then. That's pretty cool. So that's that. And then we need some mechanisms in here. So doesn't matter. So Control S and let's open most recent. There we go. Yes, I want to open autosave. And that's power save for you guys. This add-on. Buongiorno, I love you, man. Alright, let's, by the way, he's coming up with a new add-on. I'm not gonna tell you what, because it's actually a secret, but it's amazing. This add-on's gonna revolutionize everything. Let's bevel it, actually no, let's bevel it later, because I actually wanna control this bevel. So, let's slice it again and recall the, but you know what, maybe actually I prefer it to be angular, because it's gonna contrast these, kind of soft shapes on top. Maybe it's gonna be actually cool. So let's leave it like that. So let's sharpen this and let's go here. And again, let's select these verts and let's go to machine and let's do some cleanup. Let's see how we're looking. We're looking pretty peachy. Something is happening in here. I don't know what. No, we're looking good. Okay. So we need to sort out this mess in here, right? This mess. The problem here is the bevel, right? But the thing is that we don't really need these loops in here. None of them, okay? Except for these, right? So if you're gonna bring it to local, we literally don't need that. So we can dissolve it, right? And solves our headache. The same here. Now here we're gonna have to be a little bit more cautious because we got this thing on the top, but we can remove these, right? And then we're gonna have to fix these. I can't see what I'm doing because I cannot see the verts. There we go. Sort it. Sort it. Wait a minute. Yep, sort it. And sort it. And this one we don't need. Now we should be good. Now here we got this junk going on. We can remove this. And we're good to go. So let's see. Which one is causing grief? This bevel is massive, by the way, so ooh, that was a bad idea. Hang on, let's go back, because we did something we shouldn't be doing. Let's actually go here. I'm gonna be able to see what we're doing, so let's turn this off for a sec, and let's do it properly, shall we? This edge is a little bit too close to the truth, so what we can do is GG and simply move it outside of the bevel range, okay? That's one. These edges, we literally don't need them, so we can simply remove them. This is all garbage. These were support loops, right? All this stuff, right? This can be merged. This can be merged to this vert. So merge it. And anything else? Anyone else wants to fight? Nope, they're all quiet. Now let's grab this one and let's see. This one is peachy all over. No problems, no complaints. This edge is redundant, so let's just remove it. Come on. Okay, and we don't need these ones. Okay, these ones. Where is it? And these edges here on the bottom, we don't need it. So what we can do is simply select them all. We don't need these edges here. They're from the top bevels, yeah. So we can remove them and enjoy our life. Perfect. Let's save it because reasons. And now let's see. Let's actually slice this one. So box and slice. All right, let's apply this and let's apply this here, and then we can cut another one here. So bevel, and let's move it a little bit to the top. And I want it to be, come on. I want it to be something else. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. So let's make it an inset and let's bevel this to make it more interesting. And let's see. And let's apply this, okay? Let's remove this. Perfect. And remove this as well. And let's see how we're looking. We're looking good. So now we can actually grab this, right? And we can extrude it like this. That's too much. A little bit less. So modify, solidify, something like this. And in fact, we could bevel this. And then let's have some fun. So let's just cut some stuff in here. And here too. Select it. And simply copy to the other side. Alright, perfect. So that's sorted. And sharpen it. And we're good to go. Orthographic. Let's grab just a view. And let's turn this thing off. And let's just do it like this. And let's move it here. And slice through. Which I chose the wrong one. So let's do it manually. Let's go here and simply draw a circle and slice through. And now let's, what we need to do is actually add some loops here to support this cut. Don't worry about this, we're gonna fix it later. In fact, what we could do is simply move this a little bit to the left like this, and we put peachy. Shift D, make it a little bit smaller, and then maybe not that small. Go to settings and shade solid, and we're gonna make it from a cutter to an object. Shift D to remove, Shift 2 I mean to remove the cutters. Let's make it a little bit smaller, and let's apply scale and solidify, not solidify, bevel, that's what I meant. Actually chamfer would be nice, and then control bevel to another bevel. And Bob's your uncle. Now let's apply, oops, let's apply the modifier. Let's select this, insert it one more time, and Q macro. And outside, and make it a little bit smaller, and the bevel is gonna be too big, so we need to make it smaller, right? So make the bevel smaller, like this. And what we could do is actually bevel up these edges, so to make them appear rounder, yeah? And before we do that, actually, let's mark them sharp. So, whoops. How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking good. So now this could be inserted either in or out. Maybe in is fine. Something like this. Looking good. All right. It's a little bit too deep, I think, so we need to move it a little bit out. And let's actually scale this down like this, and this should be cool. Now what we could do is actually mark everything sharp, so sharpen. And they didn't do it. Let's try it again. Operations, sharpen. There we go. And now we could actually remove these two, or in fact maybe scale them. Now let's remove them, and then let's add another one here, and let's bevel it like this. Select this one, and then grab O, and you know what, let's select all these, and this one too. Control I, hide them, select everything, actually not everything, select this one in the middle, so faces, right, and then scale it on, can we do this? Yes, we can. Scale it this way, and Alt H, and see what we're getting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a little bit too wide though, so select this edge, and we're gonna just make it a little bit smaller, so just scale it in, turn off the proportional editing, so O, and simply scale it in. Come on, there we go. And then we simply need to mark these edges as sharp and bevel them. Are we good? How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking alright. So select this middle edge and Control plus, and let's extract it a little bit and sharpen it, and we're done. In fact, we could actually make it a little bit more narrow, so SZ and scale it a bit. So there's some kind of a rubber going on it. Scale it out a little bit. Should be good. Okay. Too much work on the detail. So let's have some fun with this one, shall we? So first of all, we need you know, kind of a lens or something here. So set inwards and maybe inset it again, and something like this, and this would do. This needs beveling, so let's sharpen it and bevel it. Okay, sounds good. Now let's grab this part, and let's grab this, and let's curve extract and sharpen this, and let's grab angle and let's slice it. Come on here. Okay, let's grab a box. This is too thin, but we can change the bevel width, you know. And also what we could do is simply do this and help with supporting all these edges, but this is actually too close to the bevel. There we go. Need to watch it where it's going through. This can be fixed on the problem. The bevel is too big, you see, it's catching, so we can just simply make this bevel a little bit less insane. And there we go. And this one can be fixed later, so I'm not worried about it. Peachy. So that's that. And what we could do is actually... Oh, come on. Let's try this again. I want to run a cut through this one. An inset cut. That's the one. That's what I want. Okay. And then I actually want one more in here, like this. Perfect. Okay. Now let's see what we can do in here. Let's save it because Blender. Let's grab this one, hang on. And you know what, let's cut through. So X and slash it. How are we looking? We're looking quite interesting actually. So let's sharpen this. Do we actually have... let's go back guys, because we need supporting loops, yeah? So let's do this before we do anything rush. Then sharpen, PG. Now let's grab this and do supporting loops as well, because we will need them. And let's grab this edge, so all the way here. And what I want to do is run a chamfer, like this. Alright? And then I'm gonna run sharpen on this one. Grab an n-gon. So n-gon is fine. And do something like this. And apply it. Right? Do we have bevel on this one? In fact, you know what? This can't go through, right? Because that's just stupid. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something like this. And maybe up to here. Okay, and then let's apply this and let's add bevel to it. There we go. And then we can remove this. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Alright, now let's go to bottom view and let's grab this. And in fact, you know what we could do is grab a circle and drop on here and simply mirror it. And the position of the circle is unfortunate, which means we're gonna recall it and sort of move it about. Let's make it larger, right? Go to bottom view and see what we're getting. How about we're gonna make it larger? Oh, it's not pretty. Let's apply this and see what's happening here. We will need another loop. Right, so before we actually apply this, hang on. Let's go to this mesh and let's do this. And let's do this. And now we should be better, okay? So let's sharpen this. And now we should get a bit more support. Right, so let's sharpen. And first of all, this angle, bad idea. This angle, bad idea. You don't want steep angles. This angle, possible. Possible. Two verts. A no-go zone. Fixed. Two verts. How about no? Sort it. Mirror it. Come on. Seriously now? HardOPS mirror. Apply it. Oh, we're already mirroring it, right? So let's symmetrize it now. And now it should be peachy. Yep, everything is good. Okay. Nice. So let's see. We got this going on. And in fact, what we could do is grab this face. And you know what? We could actually use our lovely align tool. So, is it mapped to Control Q? My mapping key got reset. Fine. Align view. Whoa. One more time. There we go. Let's zoom in. And what I wanted to do now is cut it. So box and do something like this. Peachy. And just sharpen it and probably mirror it across. Can I? Oh, it's on symmetrize. Mirror and boom, done. Alright, that would do. And now, let's see here. Let's have some fun. So this one needs some kind of, let's make a bevel a little bit smaller here. Just to make a difference. Grab a box and... So the way we're gonna tackle this, right? Let's grab this one and extrude it. And we could do something like this, extrude it downwards. And a little bit more. And simply round it up. That's actually kind of cool. And we got some breaking in here, but we can fix this. Breaking because of this, so simply unmark this and let's see. Right, this is just gonna cause havoc with the bevels, so let's maybe secure this. Nope, bad idea. How about if we remove this one? Nope. Okay, let's see. Let's run a loop from this side. That's a bit better, but this one is just mess, right? The problem here is that this shouldn't be going into a corner, so let's remove this one. And this should be better. There we go. That's much better. I can live with this. Okay, nice. Okay, let's grab a cube and bring it down here and flatten it and make it wider on the X and maybe thicker, and apply scale, and let's maybe bevel this on top and chamfer on the bottom. And let's grab this and Shift D and P to its own selection, and then make it a bit smaller. So insert it, Control I, delete faces, and let's see. Let's go to back view, select all these verts. Okay, S0 and GZ, move it down, and then extrude it. And then let's make it a little bit narrower. Select this and Control minus. Did it work? Sharpen. Sharpen. So the bevel. And difference. There we go. Now it's working. Perfect. And now let's grab this rail back and actually let's make it smaller. So let's bring origin to geo. Let's make it smaller and move it here. Shift D and make it smaller and shift it to solid. So do something like this. It's a little bit too small, so this will do. And move it to collection, remove the cutters, and now we're talking. Alright, now we're actually gonna save it because reasons, and let's run some cuts in it. But before we do that, in fact, you know what, let's lower it down a bit. So let's grab this and GZ and move it down. Like this. And let's grab a cube or a box. Let's grab this one, go to local, and let's just cut it like this. Okay, now let's bring it down, GG. Alright, and let's simply mirror it. Now let's grab the cutter, go to top view, select the cutter, and let's simply slice it, shall we? Just slice it like this. It's pretty cool. So now let's grab this modifier and move it a little bit in the middle. How are we looking? Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Okay, Shift 2, I'll be peachy. Now let's go to this view, grab this angle, and let's cut the groove in here just to make it a bit more interesting. And sharpen it. We got a bevel going on. We do. We don't. Now we do. Whoa, that's too wide. Let's go back. Let's grab this cutter. Not this one, the other one. That's the one. I'll make it a little bit narrower, so something like this. And now we can actually bevel it. There we go. Peachy. Alright. So that's cool, and we can do another thing. So we can actually cut this, make it more interesting. And let's grab this modifier, not this one. This one, and let's change the array count to, let's say, that many, and move it in here and apply it. Not bevel. Come here. Operations, sharpen, and add weighted normals. Okay, change of plans. Let's go back. We need a line here. So Control R. Whoops. Control R. Can we run a loop here? Let's go to local. Ah, this is not a... We need to close this. So it's gonna be a quad, not an hang-on, and then we can run a loop. Because what I want to do, see, so I'm gonna run a loop in here, so we don't have to clean these cuts, yeah. So now when I'm gonna actually go with sharpen and weighted normals, shading is clean because the edges are clean, right? So now what's happening here? Just a shadow. Just a shadow. This one has issues too, you see. We didn't clean this properly. That's a bit of a beef. So the only way to do it now would be by actually running a knife. So let's grab this one and run a cut in here, change to knife, slice it, and now I need to manually clean this. But I will do it because I hate shitty shading. Every time before you apply a boolean on situations like this, what you want to do is run an edge along the cuts to clean the junk, or else you're gonna have to deal with it yourself. And it's really annoying to do it. Remove it, peachy. Now shading is good. Mirror is working, everyone is happy. Okay. There we go. Not too big, just, you know, a bevel. Alright, perfect. So let's see now. We got this going on, and this is a scope, by the way, so we need, you know, we need something from this side, and I have an idea how to solve this. So let's grab this, and let's actually save it. What was executed? Save it. Grab this, and let's run a knife, and then let's grab these faces, except these ones, and let's extrude them like that. And actually, you know what, let's make it thicker. So add modifier, solidify, a little bit thicker. Let's sharpen it, and let's select these edges and GX and move it in here like this. And let's grab a handgun. It's a knife, that's why. Switch to cut, and there we go. Will this work? This is a little bit too long. Whoa. Let me see that. Oh, that shading though. You know what? Let's see. Ah, yes. Let's run some loops. I should fix it. Oh my god. Let's fix the bevel. Maybe the bevel is too big. Let's make it a little bit smaller. It's not the bevel. Cool. Sharpen. Let's fix it. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run the cutter again, because this mess is just too messy. So let's just run the cutter again. There we go. Sharpen this, and we sorted. Now let's hit the bevel. And we're good to go. Need to fix this mess a little bit here. I don't know why is it doing this, it's just weird, but box cutter is going mental today. There we go. The bevel might be too hot in here, I mean too big. It's just overshooting. There, sorted. Alright. Now we got some problem here, probably double verts or close verts or something like this. There we go. Done. Alright. Nice. This is actually too deep, so GX and move it in here. Is I'm gonna make it like this. I'm gonna grab a larger amount of these quads and extrude them in here like this. Okay. And what I will do is actually cut them in this fashion. So let's see if we can do this. Now let's grab a cylinder. Or in fact what we could do is grab an end gun. So we're gonna do this, Shift 7 to align here, and then we're gonna grab an end gun and cut it like this and like this. Cut it through. Now recover this cut. Come on. Okay. Grab this corner, I mean this edge, and simply bevel it. Like this. Okay. Now let's bring it up here. And that's what I want. Right? And now sharpen this, bring it to local, not this one. And see how we're doing. We're doing pretty good, just need to copy this to the other side and clean this garbage. So, got some of overshooting verts here. Clean. GG. See, that cannot be a sharp edge, so let's unsharp this. So, operations, and where's my sharpen? Mark sharp, there we go. In fact, I could actually remove it without this. Wait. Let's move it in here, there we go, and then select this one. Without this, mark sharp, done. Alright, they should solve it, right? Okay. We could drop some loops here too, to be honest. This is gonna cause some weird shading on the edges, so, you know, before we actually commit to this one, right? Let's actually recall this cutter again. So, recall the cutter. Let's do it again. I didn't apply loops and that was a mistake, so let's, you know, bevel this and then go to top view, select this one, and let's just drop loops here. There we go. Now it should work better. So then sharpen this and let's bring to local, and now let's play with it properly. There we go. Now we can support. Same here, we could use some loops. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but we could try. Or we could simply run dice here. So I wonder why these loops didn't translate into inside. That's kind of weird, but yeah, I'm not worried about inside, to be honest. This one shouldn't be sharp, so unmark. That's causing issues. And we just need to, you know, solve these problems. So what we could do is actually run a cleanup here from machine tools. So boolean cleanup, and, you know, connect all these verts. That should be peachy. Got a bit of a pinching here, but nothing major that can be fixed. And everything is good. Shift 2, remove it. Nice, it's a cool shape, you see. So what we can do now is actually run a cut across. So somewhere here. How are we looking on shade? Ah, this is too shallow. Let's run one more. Come under scope, you can do it. There we go. Sharpen. Nice. I like it. Okay, let's go to top view and create some more interest in here. So, in fact, we could do it with simple cuts. Okay. Let's select these. And let's create another band in here. Like that. Cool. Let's go with this one to local and let's do it again, okay? Properly this time. J, and you know, combine it and go to top view and SY and make it narrower. In fact, we could bring it to cursor and then bring it up here and make it a little bit larger, so it makes more sense. Now let's grab some loops here because we will need them. And now we can actually combine this together. So let's sharpen this and see how we're looking. It's gonna be a bit of a disaster, but we can fix this. So let's go to this view and let's actually try to clean this with machine tools. I mean mesh machine. So Y and Boolean cleanup. Switch mode. This is not too bad actually. This is not too bad. This actually helps. Let's remove this. But these edges, they gotta go, right? I mean, all this stuff here is gotta go. Let's dissolve it. Now, here we got some issues. Come on, I can't see. There we go. GG, move it. This is encroaching onto the bevel area, which is a bad idea. We could add another loop in here and simply combine these two. Right, so we don't have to bother with this. Or we could actually remove it altogether. This one should go here, and these two should be gone. Fascinating. Which means this is too close, and now we can remove this. This one is too close, it's encroaching on bevel again, so we need to move it down. And this one is too steep, which means it needs to go like this. Peachy. Now let's actually make it not so wide, so let's remove these two. And let's bring it closer, GG. Okay, GX, and bring it closer. What, GY? Ah, it's GY. My bad. Alright, so now we need to mirror it to the other side. So now we're talking. Now let's grab this and simply insert it. Let's turn this off because it's confusing. And then we can simply curve extract this one outside. And we can change bevels on this one to something smaller. In fact, this one could be a little bit less crazy too. Although I kind of like this bevel. It's a bit too crazy, so let's make it a bit smaller. Alright. So let's actually chamfer this. Make it smaller, extrude it. And that doesn't look good. Let's go the other way. That looks better. It should be a little bit deeper. So SY, not this way. So let's move the faces, GY, and move it outside and mirror it across. So across this one. There we go. And that will do. We could actually grab some stuff on top of it. So grab a loop in here, move it here, bevel it. In fact, you know what? Let's grab all of them, insert them a few times, and then macro, and boom. And let's make this bevel small. Oh, this is too big. It's EM macro again. There you go. That'll do. In fact, you know, I have a better idea. Curve extract, there we go. And then apply sharpen, make this bevel smaller because insanity. And let's simply select these edges. Come on. Select these two and Control plus. And then, you know what, let's try trigger deselect, maybe it's gonna be cool. I don't know. I have no idea. Let's try this. And EM macro. So again. And make it smaller. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can live with that. I can live with that. All right. Now we need some knobs here too. But to be honest, what we could do. By the way, we need to do some cuts in here. So one cut in here. Or even better, we could actually GG and join it. So grab this bowl, shift it to join, and copy this across, and actually across there too, so it's on both sides. And let's actually add some loops here as well. This one should be a little bit not so deep, and then this should be a little bit lower too, so GZ, so it doesn't actually encroach on this bevel, and at the same time it doesn't mess up here. What's going on here? This loop is too close. This loop needs to go. So let's select, come on, this cutter, let's select this loop and remove it. This is what's causing issues, I think. Wait, was it? Maybe simply it's not too deep. There we go. This wasn't too deep. Okay, it wasn't deep enough. So let's actually commit it, and then let's fix this here. This again is just, you know, too close to the truth. In fact, you don't need it, so we can remove it. There we go. And then simply copy this across, and we're done. And then insert it and extrude it. All we can do is simply select these, and in fact, you know what, let's remove these two edges, we don't need them. Select this and GX, or maybe even Y, and move it in here. And then what we can do is chamfer it for luck. Perfect. And then we're just gonna add some screws from HardOPS. Now the top, it's a little bit boring, so we need to add something here. So let's grab a box, and let's maybe do something like this. And let's shift it to slice. And in fact, let's shift D to here. And maybe let's go to local, apply scale. Let's grab both. Come on. Not this one. This one. And let's actually bevel this a little bit like that. Peachy. Peachy. And these are their own shapes, which means we can actually, you know, sharpen them, and then you can reduce the bevel a little bit, so it doesn't have to be so crazy. And we got some hotline in here, of course we do. Buggers. Well, the only way to do this, right, is gonna be to move this one a little bit to the left, but this is not gonna work very well for the shading. Alright, let's sharpen this, and oh, it actually fixed itself. Perfect. Nice. Well, that was a close. It's still hotlining me here. You see that? Because the bevel is too thick. This edge is actually causing issues, so let's dissolve it, and everything is perfect. And now we can actually cut it a little bit. So, where is my box? That's my box. No, that's a custom box. Let's actually align it like this, and let's cut it here, and this one too. Perfect. Okay then, so that's sorted. This could use a little bit of drama, I think. Just a teensy-weensy bit of drama. That's better. And we could actually add another screw on the bottom or something, or actually, you know what, screw it. We're good. Well, it's a little bit boring in this place, so what we could do is actually add another one here. You know, another cut like this. To a certain extent, and actually slice it. And while we add it, we could actually bevel it too. And move it a little bit to the top. It's gonna be a close call. You need to be between these two bevels. That's tough. Ay, Chihuahua. This is, you know. What we could do is simply remove these two. There we go. And we can enjoy ourselves. So let's sharpen this and, you know, make this bevel a bit smaller. And do the same thing here. So, oh, wait, the other way. And simply cut it. There we go. Sorted. Nice. Well, so that would be our scope. What is this? Junk. Now we need something in the front because it's a bit boring. Something here, I don't know. So let's grab this and let's, you know, let's extrude it. And let's make it narrower. So let's bring origin to geo. And let's grab some N-gon. Bevel's a little bit too crazy for this. And before we do anything, we need to run some loops. And before we run some loops, we need to clean this geo. So clean this. These are remnants of the main shell, of the main object. So now we can run loops. And now the cut should look a bit more civil. This one is nasty, but I think bevel is simply too big. Not this one, this one. Yeah, just the bevel is too crazy. And it's still catching, so GG, move this one closer, sorted. Now let's grab some cuts here for fun. This one is too deep, I think. This one will do. Cool. And we're gonna add some screw on top, so we can actually drill a hole in here. Like this. And ooh, that's gonna get mirrored, right? So let's move this, where's the mirror? Here. Above this boolean, there we go. And you know what, we can actually manually drop it on. So, not this one. This one. We can manually drop it where we want it, so somewhere in the middle. In fact, if we bring cursor to the middle and then this cutter to cursor, it's gonna be in the middle, so all we need to do is just move it up so it actually sticks out like this. Or in fact, we could solidify this and apply this, and then grab this one and whoops, sharpen this and select it to its own cutter. I mean, not its own object, that's what I mean. Combine this one into one face, G, move it up. We could actually chamfer this and let's see. Not high, that's not what I meant. Let's grab the loop. Let's expand it. What are these additional edges in here? I have no idea, but we need to get rid of them. There we go. Checker deselect. In fact, I have an idea. Oh, really now? Ah. Oh, I know what it is. It's from the faces. Let's combine them. Are we done? Nope. Chabooby. Oh, that's annoying. So let's clean it. Yes, still an end gone somewhere here. There we go, this one. Now we're done. So edge. And now we're gonna select both and curve extract. Let's apply scale. And again, curve extract. Come on. Select this one, apply scale, and then again, curve extract. Anyway, let's grab it and let's checker deselect it. On this work, the other didn't. Fascinating. So let's actually, oh, it both did work. Fine. Let's now EM macro outside, not too much, just a tinsy winsy bit, yeah. And scale them on their own origins. Now we're gonna have to rework the bevels because they're too crazy, so. Ah, two bevels going on in here. Let's try one. Probably a better idea. And that weighted normals, and we're done. Nice. Shift 2, then we're good. So this one's a little bit unfortunate, so let's sink it in. So let's make it smaller. It's gonna sink in. Nice. That's nice. Okay. Let's actually bring these cutters back. I want to make it a bit bigger, so just let's cut it and sharpen. How are we looking? What is this? That's, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Nice. And then we need this, you know, this side here, the screen, right? But that's, you know, that's easy. So what we could do actually, what we could do is literally run another cylinder. We need to change it to 50. Rotate it. Move it in here. Bevel it. Let's go to the back view and make it bigger. Maybe that's too big, and move it a little bit higher, so GZ. Yeah, that's peachy. And what I would like to do is actually curve it inside. So Shift D and select this and wait a minute. Select these two. Right, and difference. Now let's go back to normal view. Shift, come on, Shift. Really now. Let's go to this view here and let's make it smaller like this. Perfect. Apply the scale and this is too deep, so, oh, in fact, you know what, maybe it is too deep. Grab it somewhere here, and then chamfer it. That's too crazy, I think. Do something like this, and extrude it outside, right? And now let's add some loops here, and then split them. And we can do now is EM macro inside. So inside. Okay, now let's grab this one and let's pull lattice, okay? So let's see the density here. Density is good, so we're gonna sharpen these two. In fact, let's sharpen... Yeah, let's sharpen these three. In fact, these four. Okay, sharpen. Mark. Good, now let's bevel this. Okay. And we're gonna grab lattice. So modifier. And let's see now. Something like this. So let's grab B and GX and move it in here. Move this one, GX, 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 GX. And then grab all of them. Yeah, that will do actually. Let's go to the main view and remove this. Nice. Actually, you know what? Let's fold it a little bit more. So GX. Yeah, something like this. This one needs to be folded more. This one too. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that will do. And of course we need to, you know, fix this. So let's actually insert it inside. So like this. A little bit more. So GX, a little bit more deeper. There we go. In fact, even more. Somewhere here. And then insert it, extrude it outwards. Come on. And then scale it and round it up. There we go. This will do. And also, I'm gonna drop this cuts in the inside over here as well. EM macro. Drop them inside like this. Cool. I like it. Alright. Let's save it. Because reasons. Let's select everything and Alt M. Just add one material. Then we're just gonna work around it. So in fact I don't like this material, so there we go. Shift click. Ooh. Juicy that. So we need to change this simply this one to something darker. So no, just this one. So Control. There we go. Yeah, this one is pretty cool. It's a little bit too flashy, but if you go to a flat light, it's gonna look better. Yeah, looking pretty cool, looking pretty cool. So this one should be like a rubberish material, right? So let's simply add blank matte, and let's make it non-metallic. So non-metallic and dark and rather rough. Yep, looking good. This one is, I don't like, you know, super rough mattes, just not my thing. And this one's gonna have to be black too, so copy. This one is a little bit too bright. I kind of like it, but it's too bright. So let's see, maybe super dark. Ooh, that's a juicy one. Oh, me likes, me likes. All right, these knobs need to be, or at least these elements. Wait a minute. There we go. These elements, they need to be, you know, that makes no sense. This should be brighter. Right. Or in fact, what we could do is simply add new material. Like super black. There we go. And, or, let me see that. Add some roughness to it. There we go. So copy this. Okay. Well, this should be glass. On object. And then we're gonna go Shift M and Shift. And let's see. It's a bit of a disaster here. Wait, what? Oh, there's a cut going on it. We need to remove the booleans from this one. There we go. And put a cap on this F and we PG. Okay, that's glass, and the same thing needs to be in here, so simply have to separate it from the mother objects and Alt M and Shift, and we got a glass. In fact, I could copy this glass from this, so copy. There we go. Now here, we still need some lights, I think, so object, that's a fun. Could have some kind of a display of lights here. So D box and let's cut it. X. Well, bevel's gonna be an issue here because it's really wide. So what we could do is make it larger, like this. See, and then let's see the lines here. Let's run a knife here across, so we don't have any stupid lines going through this boolean. Let's sharpen this one and sharpen this one and fix the bevel on this. Bring it inside GX, or GY actually, and insert it, and insert it inside, and fix the bevel because it's not this one, this one. It's crazy. Yep. And the middle of it should be flushing with lights. So let's add the cube. So sphere and Alt M, Alt on the emission, and you can see it by it's there, plus emission assign. There you go, and let's change the color to something more interesting. That makes sense. Go away, please. And let's drop some name here. So Decal Machine. That will do. Gotta appreciate what ST3 is doing. Boom. Let's fix the outlining of the decal. Go to machine. Change interpolation to closest, peachy. Now let's see here. This could be actually a little bit more interesting if it was chamfered. Yep. And we need some stuff here too, because boring. You can't overdo with decals, you need to be logical with them. That's enough of these, and now we can drop some other decals, the fun ones. So for example, let me see. These are cool. Let's array this. Let's grab some of my decals for screws, because they're awesome. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it, you know, tiny details. That's what we want. Here, here, and here. Okay. And now let's project it. And let's copy this to the other side. Right. This one needs to be copied as well. But once you do that, we need to fix the mirror, because text is gonna be unreadable. So go to mirror, and okay, I really hate this fucking Jerry. I hate this. I cannot open this. It's just so annoying. I really don't like it. What the fuck? This shit's gotta be fixed, man. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna go here. So, flip you, and we're done. So let's adjust it a little bit, and fix the colors. I want it dark. There we go. And this one too needs to be copied, so let's simply copy to the other side. Grab a mirror. And again, what the fuck? Flip you. There we go. Now I need to change the colors because they're too bright, right? So let's go to mattes and fix this. So they're not so. We should make it metallic. Or not. Nah. How about black? Oh yeah. Yes. Oh, nice. Oh, we also need some base in here. We forgot about it, didn't we? But that's easy. We can just simply add some cube, scale it. In fact, we could grab two of them and simply go to the middle, make them smaller, even smaller, so it goes underneath. It cannot be too small. Something like this, and Shift D and move it in here. Select that and simply copy the mat. Now we're done. We need something here too, so let's see our decals. My narrow straps, that's what I want. Actually, you know what? These are gonna be better. These ones. So let's grab. Let's grab this one. Make it narrower and longer. And drop it in here. And simply copy this to the other side. Nice. Now we need to add some stuff in here. So I want it to be darker. Black is fine. Let's see this. Copy them to the other side. Nice. Let's see now. Detailing, guys, takes patience, so don't rush it. Copy this to the other side, and again we need to fix the mirror. So go here, flip you, done. This could be actually different color, you know, so let's see if we can actually change it to this one, how it's gonna look. It's just too flashy for me, you know, this one. It depends how it's gonna look in what I call them, in principle, that's what I want. How it's gonna look in cycles, but it's way too flashy. Something like this maybe, that's pretty cool. So this one could be the same as this. So there is some, you know, like differentiation of colors and stuff. There we go, that's better. All right, and we can still have something in here for sure. This will do. This needs to be dark. Preferably black, yes. These ones too, black. There we go, I like that. That's nicely cutting out of these accents. Now I want to do something in here because it's boring, so what we're gonna do is drop something like this inside. Why not? we can actually, you know, move the cursor to, let's grab these two to a local. We could grab, whoops, we could grab this one and move cursor here, and this, move it to the cursor and scale it a little bit and then project it. Perfect. And now we can actually change color of it to, yeah, this one is fine actually. Although, you know what, screw it, let's go black. Yeah, I want it to be an accent over there, but I want it to be eye poking, right? This top two is fine, but you know, we can drop something. Maybe something like this, just in the middle. And simply change it to black. There we go. Nice. This could use some screws. So let's grab our screws, make them tiny. Select this one, and copy this, and then, okay, and then let's project it, and make it black. Nice. So these tiny details, you know, they just bring the whole thing together. That's where the magic is hidden, in tiny details. That's what it is. This makes no sense. This makes no sense whatsoever. This will make sense. Most likely. Although, yeah, you know what? This actually could work. Project. Let me see. Yep. Okay, we don't want to overdo it, so we need something on top, definitely. So what we could do is, let me see, I have an idea. So adjust the color of this bolt. There we go. Nice. Actually, this could make sense. Let's see that. Yep. Just need to change the color. So let's match it to black. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That makes sense. All right. I can stand behind this one. Okay, so let me see. We are good, basically. We could use some button in here, like a switch on or something. So perspective. There we go. All right. Let's copy to the other side. So nice. I think we're good. Again, as I said, you know, don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, it's gonna be awful. But what we could do actually is add two more things here. So let me see, where is it? I could just add some notches in here, because why not? Could actually array this. So here, and simply, these are like small details that actually really pull all these things together, you know. See, like stuff like that, it just goes a long way. You can barely see it, but it's there. See what I mean? And cutting this in a real mesh is just a pain, especially because you need to play with bevels and all this junk. So decals are there to save a day. Now the last thing I'm going to do is add some knobs in here because reasons, and I'm going to do it with HardOPS. So let's go to inserts, not smart, small, add insert. And I'm just going to drop it in here simply, and not this one. That's what I want. In fact, you know what? No, I want this one. Yeah, this one's. So add these and drop them in here and simply scale them up and move them out. And we need to remove all these rubbish colors and simply grab a color from here. And also we need to remove the name, viewport display name, and let's just Shift D, Alt D, and to the other side. There we done. Okay guys, so let me see how we're looking in cycles, shall we? So let's go to cycles. Let's save it actually because reasons. And let's see that. Cycles. Let's go here. Yeah, we're looking freaking hot. I'm not too keen on this. This is a little bit too smooth for me. So let's select these and select this and this one, and then let's say select checker deselect, and then let's insert it, and again macro and outside, and scale on individual regions, and this could be better. Yeah, much better. Okay, that will do.